guys all ready? All right. Make sure this thing's on. Not on. Did they leave it? Oh my. Okay. We want to welcome everyone to the 8th grade Honors Day ceremony today. We did get to bring our 8th graders in, and I'm glad we get to see at least part of their faces. You all know better than anyone that this has been an extremely different year for these kids, and so many people worried at the beginning of the year how they were going to do with social distancing and wearing masks and all of those things, and I can answer that question for you. They did awesome. They are pretty resilient. They just came in. They followed rules. For the most part, we've had very few issues with them. They've had to learn a whole new way of school. Everything has been online for them, whether they were remote or in person, and so they've had a very different year, but I think that they will take a lot of the things they've learned, both in the way we've had to do things and in the way they've done school this year, and I think they will use that going forward, especially their abilities with technology, which I think have improved greatly over the last 14 months. So we've been very proud of them. This is a really good group of students, and so we're going to go ahead and start our awards ceremony, and I know that all of these ladies and gentlemen will be very good while they wait for the awards to be given out. We're going to start with Mr. Mark Henshaw with the Band Awards.
Good morning. I have two awards I'd like to present this morning. Band has been a little different this year. Obviously, we haven't been able to do anything, but we do have a concert coming up, and we're excited about that. But this first award, this young lady has dealt with this adversity and decided that she wanted to continue to improve and continue to excel. Our first award is the Most Improved Band Student Award. This young lady at the beginning of the year told me her goal was to receive a first superior at our annual Illinois Grade School Music Association contest. And I said, ooh, that's going to be a lofty goal this year because I didn't get to see the kids a whole lot. And she said, I want to do it. That's my goal. And I said, okay, great. We might have to play a little bit of an easier solo this year. And she said, no, I don't want that. I want to do the difficult solo, that I would normally do. And it's just great to see kids go through this adversity and still improve and meet this challenge of this year. So I'm incredibly proud to give the Most Improved Band Student Award to Madison Kilhorn. And my final award is our Outstanding Band Student, another student that, again, has taken the challenges of this year and just ran with it. And this one was an easy one because when this young lady is not in our class, our group is not as strong. She's a great leader. She's a great musical leader. And plain and simple, when she's with us, our band is better. And that's very easy to see that she's definitely our Outstanding Band Student, and this award goes to Natalie Beck.
Hello. Hello, I am Miss Irvin, and I am going to present the Top Literature Award. Typically, the Top Literature Award goes to the student who has the highest grades each quarter, who has read and met their AR goal the entire school year. But this year, I had to really go one step further and look at the student who really worked hard, put forth effort in assignments, turned things in on time, because while those things might sound simple, that has been a big challenge this year. This year has been very different. And I am, thankful for, all the students this year that have turned things in and just made an effort to do their best regardless of the grade that they earned. But this Top Literature Award goes to that student, again, who, had the top scores, met the AR goal, but then also put forth, a lot of effort on assignments. So the top award goes to Reed Writer. You want to go up there? Thank you. And next up is Mr. Vineyard with the Language Arts Award.
Good morning. So this was probably the closest that I've ever had in the 5 years that I've been teaching here. This young lady did a really nice job, and all of her projects, her written reports, all the things that are required. So it's my pleasure to announce that the Language Arts Award goes to Miss Kinsley Smothers. And next up is Miss Amanda Schmidt.
Hi, good morning. I am handing out the award for pre-algebra for the top pre-algebra student. But I would first like to just say what a great job all of the students have done this year altogether, just on navigating through such a wild year, especially in math. We started out the year with one curriculum that ended up not working well for any of us. And so then during the second quarter, we got a whole new curriculum that the students had to then learn that online platform. But they did really a great job with that. And with all of the times, in the fall that we were remote learning and they had to watch my super long math videos, they did that and did a great job. The top math student, it was kind of a close run this year. We had a lot of students that did really well, but the student that had the top overall average was Caleb Williford. Next is Mrs. Bond with the Algebra Award.
Good morning. It's what happens when you're short. Thank you all for being here. This was my first year in many years that I've got to teach algebra. I taught algebra at the Mayland Junior High and pre-algebra, and when we moved out here, we were grade specific, and I got the opportunity this year to teach advanced 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, and I was thrilled to be able to move along with my 8th graders. I finally graduated to 8th grade this year, but I had a really good group of kids to work with this year. We had some challenges, as Mrs. Schmidt mentioned. We had change of textbooks. My classes were some of the biggest, and we had partitions in our room, and kids were having to kind of look through the partitions, but they were troopers, and we made it through, and I want to thank them for helping me overcome a lot of technology issues this year, and my colleagues that are sitting behind me. But I'm a lot better now than I was at the beginning of the year with the technology part, so I really appreciate all their help. My award goes to not only the person that had the highest average for the year, but participation in class, getting stuff turned in on time, and this young man always would stay after class if he didn't understand something. But he ended up with a 98.3% for 4 quarters, which is pretty impressive for 8th grade algebra. Reed Ryder. Next is Mr. Nyberg for social studies.
Good morning. I'm 8th grade social studies teacher, Phil Nyberg. The award I give is for the top student in my class. This year it was decided by 2 points overall, and that's actual 2 points off of a grade, not percentage points or anything like that. The student I'm giving this award to, or that earned this award, actually probably could receive an award for student who had to quarantine the most over the year. So the hurdles that he faced and had to overcome to achieve this makes it that much more special for him. This year my award goes to Briar Butler. Next up, we have Mrs. Dunn.
Good morning. This year has definitely been a roller coaster, to say the least. Hopefully, the most difficult parts of this year are now past. Today, we get to honor students who have worked diligently through these difficult times and are being rewarded for their hard work. These students, this student in particular, may be competitive at times, but he never fails to lend a helping hand to others. He has indeed left a stamp in our memories. Oftentimes, it is a student's character that first brings them to the attention of faculty and administration. Such is the case with this student who has won this year's Science Award. This young man, who is exceedingly polite in every encounter and who is among the first to volunteer when others need help, he is deliberate and purposeful, considerate and kind. He had the highest overall average among his peers. It is my honor to announce Reed Ryder as the recipient of the Top Science Award for the 2020-21 school year. So the next award I have to give out is the Ed Bell Science Award. Ed Bell was a science teacher here at Malin Junior High during the 50s and 60s. He created this test that has been given every year since his retirement. The test is a general science test that covers a broad scope of science, which includes life, earth, and physical science. This yearly award has been a memorable moment treasured throughout our school year. It is my pleasure to share the achievement of this student's hard work with their parent and everyone here today. This student is unafraid to ask questions. That is something which is not only commendable, but essential in learning. She is hardworking and always willing to improve herself. She has a wonderful drive and passion for learning. It is my honor to announce Natalie Beck as the recipient of the Ed Bell Award.
Good morning. As many have already said, this has been an unusual year, and our teachers wanted to take a moment and recognize students who have been resilient throughout this year. At this time, students, when I call your name, please come down and accept your certificate recognition from Mrs. McGowan. Connor Price. Mordecai Celestino. Tyler Gill. Zeke Underwood. Colton Wheeler. Lily Cranmore. Clifton Stefko. Xander Robinson. Kaylee King. Reed Ryder. Sarah Winkleman. Nadia Lawrence. Ray Bordoy. Alexia Grubbs. And Damon Roberson.
May not. Okay, so the next thing we want to do is recognize those students who have been on the honor roll this year. So those of you who have already received your certificates, you were on the honor roll for 1, 2, or 3 quarters. Could you stand up for us, please? The next students have been on the honor roll for all 4 quarters this year, and that's through working remotely, in person, all kinds of different things that they had to do. So every student who made honor roll this year did a very awesome job. So first, we have Cole Abney. Natalie Beck. Laura Binky. Ray Bordoy. Dalton Brim. Several of these students are remote and they didn't come in today, so Dalton and Ray and Laura are all remote, I believe. Jonathan Carlton. Cadence Castile. Parker Clarida. Bella Dooley. Tyler Gill. Aiden Hale. Kaylin Harbison. Briley Holbrook. Chloe Horton. Hannah Jones. Eris Kenner. Madison Kilhorn. Nadia Lawrence. Carly Miles. Carson Mitchell. Ryan Persinger. Colton Prather. Henry Quinn. Gabby Shires. Carol Simmons. Zach Underwood. Shay Villasana. And Colton Wheeler. The next awards go to our students who had a 4.0 grade point average for the whole year. And we had several this year, so we had a lot of students really working hard to make it through all the things they had to do this year. First student is Caden Angeli. Brendan Bergen. Hallie Bogus. Briar Butler. Dathan Case. Lily Cranmore. Kaylee King. Taylor Michael. Chandler Quistel. Owen Rand. Reed Ryder. Xander Robinson. Kinsley Smothers. Caleb Williford. And Sarah Winkleman. Our last awards for today are the Peacock Awards. These awards started out as the Principal Awards several years back, and a few years ago we lost two of our 8th grade students, Malaysia and Alasia Peacock, in a tragic fire during their 8th grade year. At that time, Mr. Crabb and Mr. Angeli changed the name of the award to the Peacock Award. That award is given to students who can make a big change really from the time they're in the 6th grade until they're in the 8th grade. And we look at them to see how they've matured and how they've changed and just a lot of different things academically and personally with that student. Generally, it's given to one student. This year, we're going to award 2 different students with the Peacock Award. The first award goes to Dalton Barker. I've watched Dalton since he was in the 6th grade, mature into a nice young man who's preparing to go to high school. He has done a great job with that preparation, and we are looking forward to seeing what he does when he gets to the high school. The second award goes to Ike Robinson. Good job, Ike. Stand right here. Ike is another young man who has done a great job from 6th grade until 8th grade. He was actually the first 6th grader that I met whenever they started that year. And so I've gotten to know him really well over the last couple of years, and he has matured and really changed from 6th grade to 8th grade, and we look forward to seeing what he does in high school as well. So students, you all did a great job today. All of you have done a great job this year. We appreciate everything you've done to make this year work for us. We appreciate all the parents for helping make it work as well, because it's definitely been a challenge. But they've been troopers. They've made it through it with what appeared to be little effort, so they've done very well. We appreciate all of you for coming. And we're going to let you all get out of here first. If you do want to take some pictures of your child, when you stand up, you can kind of motion them out with you and take those pictures out there before we release the 8th graders out. We don't want them to trample you on the way out of the gym. Thank you.